What do you mean your power has disappeared, Pearls? It's all over for me. A spirit medium who can't channel spirits is like a painter who can't paint. Hey, what are you looking at me for? Pearls? Did you try to channel someone's spirit right here at Hazakura Temple? Tried but failed, perhaps? Oh, she did. Way to go, Nick. You made her cry. That was really cruel of you. And now he cries. Just as I thought. I'm gonna have to break her psych-lock to get the truth out of her. Oh no. Right, I suppose now is a good a time as any to go back to the main hall. God, I'm like holding my controller in such a stupid way. I've got a can of Pepsi on my lap too, so that's why I'm holding it so stupidly so that the can doesn't fall over. I wonder, can we continue the discussion with Bikini? I guess so. Wonder if Sister Bikini has gone back to the main hall already. I haven't seen Gumshoe around for a while either. Maybe they're having a cup of tea together somewhere. I bet Gumshoe is Sister Bikini's type. Alright, main hall. Oh god, she looks super worried. Well... What's the damage? How is the sacred cabin? Looks like it survived, but we have a bigger problem now. Oh, we're filling her in. Ooh, pardon me. I told Sister Bikini all about it. About the 5 locks that were stopping us from getting inside the sacred cabin. But who could have done that? The only people who know how to set those trick locks are those of the Karine tradition. We have Iris at the sacred cabin, trying her best to open them for us right now. Actually, there's something I've been meaning to talk with you about, Sister Bikini. Oh yes, we were in the middle of a chat, weren't we? Yes, you were telling me how the Master of Karine disappeared 17 years ago. I want to know why Misty Face suddenly appeared at this temple. It was about a week ago when Mystic Elise, no, I mean Mystic Misty, arrived. After she showed me the talisman that proved she was the Master, she said, "Someone is trying to destroy the Karine tradition's main family line. I'm here to put a stop to them." So she posed as somebody else to kind of, okay, not draw attention to herself. Someone was trying to destroy the main family line? There's only one heir to the title of Master at any time, and it's usually the eldest. That child becomes the new Master of Karine, and her daughter's the main family. Hey Otto, how's it going? Hope all is well? All other mediums become branch family members with no hope of controlling the clan. Okay, so main family and branch family have been highlighted. I wonder why that is. That's why nothing has changed throughout the history of the clan. Branch families always have and always will plot to erase those of the main family line. Ah, good. I'm glad. I'm pretty good, thanks. Although my voice is feeling a bit worn out from all the talking I've been doing over the past couple days. That's what happens when I record text-heavy games like Trials and Tribulations. And Planescape Torment. Planescape Torment especially is incredibly text-heavy. It's like reading a book. Is the power of the Master worth this much bloodshed? Let's have a talk, Bikini. Karine channeling technique. You believe in the technique, don't you, Mr. Wright? You know its power is real. Yes, I do. I mean, we've seen it plenty of times. It's been 3 years since I first met Maya. In that time, I've seen her channel the spirits of the dead plenty of times. Well, there's only one person that she channels. During the Master Mass case, and during Maggie Bird's trial too. Thanks to Maya, Mia's always on hand to help me out when I need her the most. The Karine technique has made a huge difference to the world, you know? I mean, the ability to commune with the dead. That's true psychic power, you know? Members of the tradition have always been there, behind every important leader. Who wouldn't respect such a tremendous skill? I suppose so, but... with all that power and influence, I kind of expected you'd be really rich by now. You saying we're poor, Mr. Wright? Ho ho ho! You're very direct, aren't you? People don't believe in it anymore, you see. All because of one little mistake. A mistake? What mistake? Oh, Dl6. Yeah, because they got the wrong person. Oh, I can't remember it exactly. She channeled Gregory Edgeworth. He said it was Yanni Yogi. And then it just spiraled out of control, essentially, and she was labeled a fraud. Something like that. That's when everything came crashing down. All because of that incident. As if the Dl6 is tied to more cases. Oh my god. Is she talking about what I think she is? I'm sure the records still exist if you're interested. Locked up, of course. It was called the Dl6 Incident. That's the name of the file. The Dl6 Incident? Huh? Ho-ho! The Dl6 Incident. I know it well. I handled a related case just 3 years ago. Yeah, Dl6. Can't believe it. To be fair, the first game had some pretty interesting cases. Dl6 was one of the... I don't want to say one of the most interesting, because SL9 far exceeded that case in terms of how interesting it was, at least for me personally. Ah, that's right. So it was you who was the defense attorney on that case. Indeed it was. A murder that took place 17 years ago. It was the first time in the country's history the police ever used a spirit medium. The idea was to channel the victim's spirit to learn the identity of the murderer. And the medium who performed the channeling was Misty Faye, Maya's mother. Through Mystic Misty's channeling, the name of a certain man surfaced. Armed with that as evidence, the investigators were spurred into action. But that man, he was found not guilty. Wasn't he? That's right, he was. And the case remained a mystery. In other words, we failed. It was the first case the world had ever seen the world had ever seen the Quran tradition openly involved in. I don't know why I got mixed up with the words there. It was all over the media, the public, the judiciary, the people of Quran Village. Everyone judged her. Everyone said Mystic Misty's powers were a sham. And then she just disappeared, vanished, while everyone still thought of her as a fraud. But I know the truth. Misty Faye's spirit channeling wasn't a sham at all. Of course it wasn't. And since you managed to reveal the truth, we're finally making a comeback. The Quran tradition is starting to recover at last. But with a new master wielding the power of the clan... Does she mean Maya? Bum bum bum. Oh man, this is like Justice for All Case 2 music that we heard an awful lot. Family Feud. The spiritual power of the Quran channeling technique is in the blood. Maya's told me the exact same thing before. We, the women of the Faye family, have always been spirit mediums. It's because the power to communicate with spirits flows strongly through us. According to Maya, only the women in the family can inherit that power. The main family's bloodline stems directly from Mystic Army. But with each new generation, only one daughter becomes the new master. And the ones who don't become branch families, right? That's right, and it's always the cause of tragedy. You know, Maya had a sister too. An older sister named Mia. Oh yes, I've heard of her. What? You know about Mia? Of course. She became a lawyer in the hopes of discovering what happened to her mother. And lost her life. As a result. Do you know what Mystic Mia is rumoured to have said? She said it wasn't only because of her mother that she became a lawyer. She also didn't want to fight with her sister over the leadership of the tradition. Really? Well, she saw what happened to her own mother, Mystic Misty, as she grew up. I guess Mystic Mia got tired of seeing all the rivalry between her mum and her aunt. That's right, Misty Faye had an elder sister too. And Misty, having superior powers, managed to usurp the master seat from her. Mystic Misty's sister is Mystic Morgan, as you probably know. Yep. She's already tried to destroy the main family line before. Morgan, there's a name I know well. God, the amount of callbacks to previous games in this is crazy. It was a year ago now, at Maya's home, Quran Village. God, from that silhouette, you just assume she's got a massive head. Actually, in the silhouette, her head looks like a Goomba. Kind of, it's got the same shape. What she did was terrible. It was also she could make her own daughter the next master. I suppose if you know about Mystic Morgan's daughter, then you must have already realised that Iris... Huh? Iris? What's Iris got to do with any of this? That Iris is Mystic Morgan's daughter. What? Now there's a curveball I was not expecting. What? Iris is what? Is she kidding me? Iris is Morgan Fay's daughter. What? Okay, really was not expecting that. Did you just say that Iris is Morgan Fay's daughter? Oops. I thought you already knew. It sounded like you'd met one of Mystic Morgan's daughters already. I have. I know her very well. Oh. Yes, Pearls. Pearl Fay. But I always thought she was an only child. You jest. That child, she's Mystic Morgan's... I had no idea. Mystic Morgan. But she's in prison now, isn't she? Yes. Ever since she was found to be a co-conspirator in a murder case last year. Wow. What the heck? It was all done to set Pearls up as the next master. And do away with the main family line. I see. So I've been wrong all this time. Mystic Morgan had 3 daughters, not 2. What? What? 3? Yes. Iris? Ah! Okay, that was a weird noise. Okay. Iris and her twin sister. Was her twin sister a redhead, perhaps? And Mystic Pearl? What? Twin sister? No, didn't you know? It all happened 20 years ago. Jesus, how much of a background is this? After the clan leadership was taken from her by her sister, Mystic Morgan's life crumbled. Oh god, she looked so evil there. It wasn't many years later that Karine's reputation hit an all-time low. When Mystic Morgan's husband realised his wife would never become the master, he left her in the village, taking their twin daughters with him. Oh, so Iris and the twin are from one marriage. Pearls is from her, next marriage. How awful. He was a jeweler, you know. Oh, of course, yeah, we know this. Yeah, we know he was a jeweler. In the end, he remarried, and that's when it happened. He decided to give one of his girls up, to be looked after by us here at the temple. That was Iris, you see. It's unbelievable. If Iris has a twin sister... Could it be? Could you tell me one more thing, Sister Bikini? What was the name of Iris' sister? I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I just can't remember. All I can recall is that her father was a jeweler. Well, that's a clue, I guess. A jeweler. Thank you very much. You've helped clear up a lot of details. Pearls has 2 older sisters. Huh. Yes, that's right. No doubt it was all because of Mystic Morgan's anger towards the main family. Anger? What do you mean? Her twin daughters were taken from her by her jeweler husband, but even that couldn't destroy her dream that a child of hers would one day lead the clan. That's why she had Pearls. It seems that the incident here was a result of Mystic Morgan's anger. It was able to break free of the bars that confine her. So Iris has a twin sister. That's a... Ugh, don't like it. The plot thickens. But this information will be useless unless I can flesh it out a bit. I need to ask more questions and get some more info. Holy balls. Yep, that was the biggest twist. Definitely was not expecting that. Oh, really? Morgan Fay's daughter and Iris' twin sister. Her father deals in jewelry, apparently. Yeah, it's gotta be Dahlia. It literally has to. Her father was a jeweler. They stole a very, very expensive diamond. As like what is it? For ransom. It was something like that, I can't remember. It was only last case, but I still can't remember. Who's question marks? Sounds like someone's happy. What tune is that there humming? Ba-da-dum! Gumshoe! No motive, no crime, no motive, no crime. Sing it with me, no motive, no crime. I remember where we used to search, in the channeling room in Karine. Whoop, I love my job. Who cares if the clues I find are no good? That's not what investigating's all about. The investigator investigates for the love of investigating. It's a passion. Good cases we have, good cases we've lost, along the way. I would have never guessed that Gumshoe was into reggae. Every case is gonna be airtight. Every case is gonna be airtight. Hey, pal. Huh? Who, me? How long have you been there? I just got here. Oh, okay. So what are you up to, detective? I'm investigating, pal. I made a promise to Mr. Edgeworth. I promised I would find the real murder weapon. The real murder weapon. That Bob Sod thing turned out to be a false lead, right? I'm giving it my best shot here, but I still haven't turned up any clues. I just found these weird scraps of paper. It looks like a letter or something. Doesn't seem to have anything to do with the case, though. A letter? Okay. Whoa. So, the investigation. So, how's it going, Detective Gumshoe? I don't know if I should be telling you, pal, but I guess it can't hurt. Looks like the murder took place in the inner temple garden. I mean, I think we figured that out. And then taking that bloody writing on the lantern pretty seriously back at HQ. What, you mean? I don't have the details, pal. All I know is, if you don't find Maya down in that sacred cavern, and it's a grove, we're gonna be faced with one ugly situation. What kind of ugly situation are we looking at here? You got me. I don't know. They're not my words, pal. Then who said it? Mr. Godot. Godot? What did he mean by that? The letter? About that letter you found. Don't remind me, pal. I'm busting a gut here trying to find the murder weapon. And all I find is some burnt up old letter. Burnt up old letter? Yeah, it was in the incinerator right outside the inner temple. Oh, so someone was trying to dispose of that. Interesting. I knew it. I knew I wasn't imagining it. So it was used. But it didn't fully burn up, really? What the hell's that made of? There was snow in the incinerator when I first saw it. It was also open, which is a dead giveaway. But after the incident, the snow had melted away. Which means someone used the incinerator on the night of the murder. What's up with you, pal? I've got it right here if you want to take a look. Can I? Do you mind? Sure, go nuts. I don't want it, pal. You can have it. It's all spirit mediums and masters and stuff. I bet it's got no relation to the case. Spirit mediums? Okay, I want to check that. It's gotta be important if it mentions spirit mediums and masters. Oi, oi, oi. So, okay. Oh, are you shitting me? Ah, bloody course. Be careful. Oh wow, it's almost like it makes a story. Be careful, once night falls, should be there. As soon as you hear the lights... Oh! Wait a minute. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. Her name is... God knows, she is our ally. The whole... no idea. Here is a picture of her, use it when you channel her, I know you can do it. Whoa. Once this is something, burn the letter, I guess. Also, it probably makes sure not to tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the Master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition. Okay. So that was like... instructions. I better give it a good looking over and some serious thought. Make sure you chuck it in the trash when you're done. Littering's a crime, pal. Wait, do I have to check it like here? I mean, I have read it. That's... it's got no relation to this case. Yeah, sure. I still can't believe that. Gravely roast the messer in the fires of Hades. Right, murder weapon. So what do you know about the real murder weapon so far? Well, it wasn't the Shichishito that was found impaled in the victim's body. Mr. Edgeworth proved that in court today. In court today. Yes, that's true. In which case, it must have been another blade. And that's what you're running around like a headless chicken looking for now? Huh. Yeah, and man, is it tiring work. But let me tell you something, pal. I'm no chicken. We got the feather of forensics in our cap these days. We're using the department's secret weapon on this. Secret weapon? Ooh, I want to know. What is it? What's this secret weapon of yours? You want to know? You gotta think scientifically, okay? Alright. The murder weapon was a sword. Swords are, scientifically speaking, made of metal, right? Any questions so far? No. I know what he's gonna say, but I'll let him look smart. So what's the perfect tool for the job? Ta-da! A metal detector! Oh my god, it's that thing again. Raise your hand if you didn't see this coming from a mile away. Well, you want to give scientific investigation a go? Huh? Me? I've been using this thing for hours now. It gets pretty boring after a while. Why don't you give it a try? I don't know. Should I help Detector Gumshoe out or not? Yeah, of course we do. Play forensics expert. Come on, pal, it's good fun, I'm telling you. We had to do this in Justice for All, too. Alright then, I guess I'll give it a go. Like I said, this is the department's most advanced gadget. The absolute best. It's so sensitive, you could make it cry. It's so high-tech. You could skydive off of it. Oh, bother. So, now I'm going to tell you how to use it. It's possible the real murder weapon is around here somewhere, right? Sure. That's what we're trying to find out. Right, so first, let's turn the detector on. That's the sound of the metal... No, whatever. Next, touch the detector and take a real good look. Blah blah blah. What if it's something metallic? The check gauge will flash. When that happens, touch the gauge to really give the area a good hard stare. This thing picks up metallic objects that are hidden from sight too. Take a good look at anything and everything that seems suspicious, okay, pal? Yeah! Is there something up on the... Wait, up on the eaves? I can't tell from here, pal. Just forget about it. But it's right under Elise... Oh, Miss Elise's window. And it's a perfect spot for hiding something long and thin like a sword. I'll go take a look. Nah, it was nothing. Thank goodness. Someone just dropped a spoon. Why are you so happy about that? Well, imagine if the murder weapon had turned up there. It'd make me look pretty dumb, huh? At least he recognises that much. So where else could we look? Oh god. Oh yeah! That could be it. Look, a ladder! That's a step ladder. Oh god, not this description again. Oh, discussion I meant. What's the difference? Looks like a normal ladder to me, pal. Surely everyone knows the difference. I mean, they're pretty ordinary objects. I've met plenty of guys like you, always picking on the smallest details. The vegetable store guy near my place does it all the time. He even corrects me when I ask for a head of lettuce. That's a cabbage, he says. I'm telling you, they're the exact same thing. No, they're not. They're completely different. You have to plant both of them firmly in the ground before they can grow, don't you? Listen, you gotta take a step back and look at the bigger picture sometimes. Otherwise, you could miss a really important clue. That's advice from a pro, pal. The last person I need advice from is this guy in front of me. Right, so step ladder's a no-go. The statue, probably a no-go. That Shichishito next to this golden statue wasn't the real murder weapon, pal. Jesus, I can't talk. Yeah, I know, I just thought I'd check it again anyway. Oh yeah, that reminds me. Do you know about that sword? It's supposed to represent the multiple branches that life can take, all ending as one. Yes, I heard something about that. You know what I think about sometimes? What kind of life I'd be leading had I not joined the homicide division. You think about that kind of stuff, detective? Of course I do. I think about it a lot. Me as a traffic cop, me as a detention officer, me as the Blue Badger. There's something to be said about the humour value of Gumshoe as the Blue Badger. Oh god. Wait, so it's not that. What the hell is this? Hey, I found a $1 coin. Huh? Money? If you find money, you have to turn it turn it into the police or a detective. If the owner doesn't come forward within 6 months, you get to keep 10%. The other 90% goes to the police department. Don't get so close to me, detective. Give me some space, will you? Here's the coin. Happy? I definitely made the right decision becoming a detective. Oh my god. Yikes. Talk about a serious case of denial. So it's not that. Bloody hell, what's going crazy? What is that? What's this? A pen? Hey, I've been looking all over for that, pal. Huh? It's yours? Yeah, my old man gave it to me when I qualified as a detective. He told me it'd be good for sticking in suspects' faces. That makes you detectives sound really nasty. It's my dream to stick it in your face one day, right? Then don't go losing it. It's not that. Oh. Wait. The staff? No. Oh god. This is Miss Elise's staff, isn't it? Scientifically speaking, they're usually made of wood. But the detector is reacting to it. Yeah, but however you look at it, the thing is made of wood, alright? I don't bother investigating anything unless it looks like it might be metallic. Isn't the whole point of a metal detector to find metal where you can't see it? It's weird that this thing is causing a racket. Yeah, let me take a look at it. Hey, hands off. Examining evidence is a job for the... The top is coming off. Look what you've done. You've damaged a really important piece of evidence. Ah! What happened? Oh! That's a sword inside the staff. Is this... could it be? The murder weapon? Of all the places. That's ingenious. So essentially, the other part of the staff was essentially its, God, what the hell do you call it? Sheath. Yeah, I couldn't remember what it was called. I'd never have guessed there'd be a sword concealed in the victim's staff. They call this kind of thing a sword cane, pal. This one's a real gem. The workmanship is really something else. Thank goodness it wasn't a cane sword, or else the victim would have stabbed her own foot. I officially give up on trying to figure out how Gumshoe's mind works. If the real scene of the crime was the inner temple garden, then why was the sword used to kill the victim found in the main hall courtyard? Hey, Gumshoe. Who knows about the hidden sword? No one. Even the police didn't know about this until I discovered it just now. Well, as they say, there's no team in Gumshoe. It doesn't look like there are any traces of blood on it. Then I guess this isn't the murder weapon, huh? No. I'm sure someone just wiped it off after the murder. Yeah, of course. This thing's definitely the murder weapon. Great job, pal. Him flip-flopping between. It's about the same length as a Shichishito too. This must be the murder weapon. Okay, I'm gonna run over to forensics. There's gotta be some traces of blood left, even if most of it has been wiped off. See you later, pal. And the music is back. Oh, he's singing again. I didn't even realise. Wait up, detective. Huh? What is it, pal? I'm a pretty busy guy right now, you know. You're gonna get that staff analysed, right? Would you mind holding off for just a while? Huh? What are you talking about, pal? Please. Just until we find Maya. Maya? What's this got to do with her? I don't know, but I'm starting to get a really bad feeling in the pit of my stomach. Oh, how so? Look, Maya's trapped inside the secret cabin right now, and... well, we don't even know if she's okay or not. The more evidence and testimony I hear, the more uneasy I feel. You don't think... Maya's been murdered? Please, detective, let's just wait until we can get inside the sacred cabin. You're looking kind of iridian there. Okay, just stop it with that face, pal. One thing, though. the staff secret trick. Let's keep it between you and me, alright? If it gets out that we knew about it and didn't say anything, we're finished. I understand. This is just a regular run-of-the-mill staff. You got it? Okay, now you take good care of it, pal. Thank you, Detective. Don't worry. She'll be fine. Gumshoe. You know, there's a place at the base of this mountain that has some really good pasta. How about I take you there when you find Maya, huh, pal? Sure, thanks. Aww. Gumshoe's such a nice character. I can't help but wonder, though. What was Miss Elise doing with a staff like this in the first place? Yeah, it does seem a bit strange. Like, why, of all things, would she have a secret weapon, essentially? Right, so, main gate. Suspension bridge. Oh my god. Well, my throat's not giving out completely, but I can definitely feel it hurts. It's whenever I, like... I was going to say breathe through my nose, but that's not entirely true. Either way. To the garden! Whoosh! Right, okay. The cops are still combing the place. They look pretty nervous. I'd be nervous too. It's gotta be a tough job. Hey, Edgeworth! Especially with someone giving you the evil eye the whole time. How could I have done that? Wow, I can't believe it's still bothering him. Edgeworth! Ah! Hey, don't you dare run away. What do you want, Wright? What do I want? If you came here to laugh at me, then get on with it. Go on, laugh away. I was ready to hug it out with him, but he's just the same prideful Edgeworth. We went back to the Criminal Affairs Department, right? You said you wanted to look into something concerning Iris. Yes. And thanks to what I found, I was reminded of something terrible. Oh. I wonder if it was Case 4. With Terry Falls killing himself. The investigation! Ugh. So you guys are putting a lot of effort into the investigation of the garden here, huh? There's a high chance this is the actual scene of the crime. That's why. You mean because of the writing in blood and the talisman in the snow? Exactly. As you know, those things couldn't have been planted here after the murder. But surely, you don't suspect Maya, do you? We have to treat everyone as a suspect, Maya as well as Iris. It's our job, right? Okay, earthquakes. I don't know why the hell we're bringing this up. So... I guess you still haven't gotten over your fear of earthquakes? No, thankfully my nightmares have stopped. But still, if the ground gives even the slightest tremor, I find myself short of breath. Well, that's no good now, is it? 17 years ago, when we were school kids at the same elementary school. Edgeworth found himself in the middle of a murder. Oh, it was an earthquake in the elevator and that's... Oh no, it was in the courtroom, wasn't it? It all started with that big quake that hit the courthouse. See, we are quite literally going back to every single case. In the trilogy, we've gone to case 2. We've gone back through the different cases in this game, but it doesn't really need to call back to those. It's gone... I'm trying to think of the cases in the second game. No, it's got like the circus, but that's not been mentioned. There was only 4 cases, and also the one where... It was another samurai one. There was also another samurai in the first game. That was the case, but that's not been mentioned. It's mentioned, so far, it's mentioned case 2 of the first game, case 4 of the first game. It won't mention Rise from the Ashes, obviously. Yes, I was stuck in the elevator with my father, who was a defense lawyer. We were deprived of oxygen and we passed out. That's when it happened. Yeah, he was killed by Von Karma. That single gunshot shattered my whole life. I lost everything that day, all because of that earthquake. My dreams, my family, and myself. Been more than 17 years now. And that case was finally resolved 3 years ago, right? You think I don't know that? I was there, but... It was such a shock. I never imagined I could be so wrong about myself and my life. I'm sorry, Wright. There's nothing else I can say. Not after you chose to become a lawyer for my sake. And not after you saved me. Edgeworth, you're stronger than you think, so no more of this self-pity, okay? Yeah! Let's hug it out. There was something that bothered me about her from the moment we met. I felt like I had seen her somewhere before. No, wait. Not somewhere. I felt like I'd seen her in court before. So you went back to the Criminal Affairs Department to look for her file? Yes, I checked over every case file I've ever worked on. And I was right. I had seen her face before, 6 years ago. 6 years ago? It was my first appearance in court. And as cases go, it was my worst nightmare. So, who is she? I'm sorry, Wright. I can't give that information away to a member of the general public. I think it's because of who it is. What? Why not? It might be the crucial piece of the puzzle that solves this case. The woman I knew was the daughter of a jewelry store owner. She had nothing to do with Iris and Hazakura Temple. And neither did the case. No, that woman is completely unrelated to this murder. Unrelated? Yes, I can say that with complete confidence.